welcome to the graduation ceremonies of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Please remain standing as James Bennett leads us in our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your mortarboards. Ladies may do so if you wish.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I ask that you silence your cell phones, please, as we begin this evening. Welcome to this very special occasion for our students, our faculty, family, and friends. I would like to recognize honored guests who are present this evening, and I ask, as I introduce them, to kindly hold your applause until all have been introduced. The West Kentucky Community and Technical College Board of Directors, our platform guest, Mrs. Deborah Edmonds, Chair of our board. Sherry Golson, Faculty Representative. Our speaker this evening, Mayor Gayle Kaler. Other platform guests, Dr. Tina Payne, Vice President, Academic Affairs. Dr. Belinda Dalton Russell, Vice President, Student Affairs. Roy Henley, our student speaker, and Kevin Quinn, student speaker. Special guests in the audience this evening, we have with us on our Paducah Junior College Foundation Board of Directors, Dr. Wally Montgomery and Mayor Jerry Montgomery. Thank you for being with us. And Larry Kelly with the West Kentucky Community and Technical College Board of Directors. This past year has been especially important to us as for the second consecutive year, West Kentucky has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation by the Aspen Institute. So this is a result of excellent students, community, and our faculty and staff. So we look forward to a great celebration this evening, and we will start with Deborah Edmonds, Chair of the West Kentucky Board of Directors, bringing greetings and introducing our student speakers.
Good evening. Congratulations to the graduates, your families, and friends who have supported you. You are graduating tonight from one of the top community colleges in the nation. You should be very proud, and we are certainly very proud of you. Our first speaker is Mr. Roy Henley. Roy is a resident of Graves County and is graduating with an associate's degree in arts with high distinction. Roy plans to transfer to Murray State University and pursue a degree in teaching. Mr. Henley.
Saludos, and thank you for such a warm introduction. My name is Roy Henley, and I am very honored and humbled to have this opportunity to speak with you this evening. Now, I know that many of you who have seen me around campus are probably surprised to learn that I am, in fact, one of you, a fellow student, and not a faculty member, although my advanced age and good looks would rank me among such professors as Britton Shirley, David Nickel, Gerald Watkins, and, don't write this down, Barry Craig. The reality is, like you, I have come to the end of my journey as a student here at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. My journey began 2 years ago, in July of 2011, when after 13 years as a tire builder at the Goodyear Tire Factory in Union City, Tennessee, I was faced with an uncertain future after the plant shut its doors. This action put over 2,000 of my fellow employees out of a job. A small number of them are sitting in this room tonight, and I hope to give voice to your accomplishments. Like my buddy Joe Clymer, we carpooled together for years back and forth to work from our homes in Mayfield. And tonight, Joe is a certified electrician, equipped with knowledge and training, and prepared for his new career because of his experience here at WKCTC. Congratulations, Joe. I'm very proud of you. For me, I had never lost a job before, had never been unemployed, had always been able to provide for my wife and 5 children with nothing more than a high school diploma, a firm grasp of common sense, veteran combat experience with the 101st Airborne out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and a strong work ethic instilled by my dad, himself a combat veteran of 2 wars. But these are different times that we live in. And I like to joke that to be the local dog catcher nowadays, you have to have an associate's degree. Now, that's no disservice to the dog catcher, but it speaks to the importance of continuing your education beyond high school. My college experience has been an interesting one, to say the least. It began with much trepidation and anxiety, and I'm sure many of you had similar emotions. My wife, Laura, for years had encouraged me to continue my education, believing that I would do well. But I struggled through high school and felt like college would just be too hard. I soon realized, however, that losing my job, though difficult and uncertain, was a blessing, affording me the opportunity to pursue a career that I had dreamt of for some time, a career as a high school history teacher and a football coach. So tonight, some of you will complete your journey, prepared and ready for the next chapter in the story of you. And the others are like me, halfway there. I will be heading to Murray in the fall to continue preparing to become a teacher. But I will go there being inspired by you, my fellow students, and the faculty here at WKCTC. I'm inspired by students like Holly White and staff member Tessa Brown, who both succeed as students while juggling full-time jobs, sometimes upwards of 60 hours a week. I'm inspired by staff members like Gail Backus, Jenny Herndon, and Tammy Pendergrass, or professors like Carolyn Perry, Pat Blaine, and my mentor, Barry Craig, who encouraged me, motivated me, believed in me, and saw in me the potential that I possess to one day teach your children the stories of our history. Each and every one of us who are graduating here tonight has had help along the way in some form or fashion, whether it was financial help, homework help, child care help, or transportation help, whether from a mom or a dad, a husband or a wife, a friend, family, or faculty member. These people helped us in our journey and are owed a debt of gratitude. If you are one of these loved ones who have contributed to the success of the members of this graduating class, we say thank you for your love and for your support. Now, I would be remiss not to take a moment to thank those who are nearest and dearest to me. My mom, Rosemary, who after 43 years never thought that she would see her only son graduate from college. My father-in-law, George Hackle, who has babysat enough to have now seen every episode ever made of SpongeBob SquarePants. My dear friends, Kent and Catherine Price, Mike and Teresa Cantrell, Jeff and Kelly Whitaker, and my pastor and his wife, Steve and Sean Melvin. And this morning there was a knock on my door, and my wonderful cousin Gabby came all the way from Buffalo, New York to be here for me tonight. Thank you, Gabby. I love you all, and I thank you all for your love, help, and support. The beauty and the size of this room does not compare with the amount of love and friendship that you have shown Laura and I, which is a reflection of God's love for us. And to my kids, Barrett, Lucas, Samantha, Thayer, and McKenna, who are all here tonight, I love you all, and I want you to always remember that the world will move out of the way for anyone who knows where they're going. Finally, I want to thank my lovely bride, Laura, who has been my best friend and partner for 25 years next week. She inspires me every day as a mother, a wife, a friend, and a student here at West Kentucky Community and Technical College, who has just finished her second semester in the registered nursing program. So that's right, 6 out of the 7 of us Henleys have homework to do almost every single night. That is one cluttered dining room table, let me tell you. We have all come a long way in our personal journeys over the past 2 years. And what binds us is the time spent here at WKCTC, leading us to become this class of 2013. So let your hopes and dreams continue to lead you forward to better opportunities for yourself and the ones that you love. I'd like to leave you tonight with the words of an old Irish blessing. May you have love that never ends, lots of money and lots of friends. Health be yours, whatever you do. And may God send many blessings to you. Good night.
Thank you, Roy. Our next speaker this evening will be Mr. Kevin Quinn. He's a resident of Livingston County and is graduating with an Associate in Applied Science degree in Information Technology with high distinction. Following graduation, Kevin will begin his new career at Genesis Health Technologies as project manager, overseeing such areas as quality control of new devices, inventory control, shipping, and customer service. Mr. Kevin Quinn.
Thank you for that warm introduction. Life is a journey. Sometimes a journey you begin without even knowing where it will lead. For me, the journey began when I was 18 and had just graduated Grand Junction High School in Colorado. I spent the summer after school unsuccessfully looking for a job, which led me to a military recruiter's office, where I joined the United States Air Force in 1984. My initial Air Force plan was to spend 4 years, gain some skills, repairing airplanes, and then get out. During the first 4 years of service, I met my wife, Brenda, and we had 2 kids, Richard and Rebecca. At the end of my first enlistment approached, I began to consider how I would support my family as a civilian if I followed my original 4-year plan. The job market outside the military at the time had not improved, so I opted to remain in the Air Force and make it a career. I spent a total of 23 years in the service, working on nearly every type of aircraft the Air Force owned. I worked on everything from massive cargo planes to planes that refuel airplanes and supersonic bombers. But by far my favorite was the F-15 fighter. It was the first aircraft in the world that could accelerate going straight up. Every other aircraft loses speed in a climb, even under full power. I not only had the pleasure of working on the F-15 for 11 years, I was also given the honor of breaking the sound barrier in the back seat in what is known as an incentive flight. My family and I also got to travel to and live in some incredible places. While living in the Gulf Coast of Florida, we got to see how all the locals deal with college students on spring break. In Oklahoma, we had a car destroyed by grapefruit-sized hail. But of all the places we lived, Alaska was by far our favorite. In the summer, we fished for salmon and halibut, spent our weekends camping in 20 hours of daylight. In the winter, we would often go downhill skiing as a family. When I retired from the service in 2007, another life journey began with an uncertain ending. At the time, my children, Richard and Rebecca, were still in high school, and I needed a job to support them. I struggled to find work where the skills I attained in the Air Force could be used. The only job I could find at the time was Walmart in the tire and lube department. I was unhappy working for Walmart, and the pay wasn't adequate to meet the needs of my family. I eventually found a job at Hawker Beechcraft, building business-class jets. I liked this job since I could use the skills I acquired in the Air Force, and it paid well. Unfortunately, aircraft ownership is a luxury, and when the economy crashed in 2009, a lot of companies sold the jets they already owned. Many other companies canceled the orders for new jets. Because of this, like many other Americans, I was a victim of economic downturn, and I was laid off. Fortunately, Richard and Rebecca had both graduated high school and had lives of their own, which softened the blow of being laid off. They weren't dependent on my income after all. For the next 2 years, I looked for work, often taking just about any job I could find. I had a few jobs working construction, but none of them lasted very long. The possibility of working with friends brought me to Paducah. Unfortunately, they were having trouble finding enough work to keep their own bills paid. My lack of work gave me a lot of time to spend on my hobbies, my favorite being anything computer related. Most of my friends and family had learned to rely on my computer knowledge and would call when they had computer problems. I was spending a lot of time working on their computers and not getting paid. This got me thinking about going to school to learn the things about computers I couldn't learn on the internet. I wasn't a great student in high school, and that was almost 3 decades ago. So I was a little more apprehensive about starting college. In the fall of 2011, I summoned all my courage and started the information technology program here at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. At the time, I didn't know how I would use my degree after graduation. I just knew I wanted to learn more about computers. I figured a post-graduation plan would come more into focus with each semester I finished. I didn't even know if I would stay in Paducah after graduation. I've taken a lot of great classes, taught by incredible professors, who I'm sure I'll keep in touch with. I learned far more than I ever expected. I even learned that giving a speech at graduation in front of a crowd isn't really all that scary. I can't see most of you guys anyway. My favorite class, if you can call it a class, was one that didn't even require any books. It was an internship I had with a new company here in Paducah, Genesis Health Technologies. They just launched a revolutionary blood glucose meter that has a cellular transmitter inside. During my internship, I worked on their web portal and their online database. These work in conjunction with their blood glucose meter to provide real-time glucose logging for diabetics and anyone involved in their care. Genesis has offered me a full-time position, so I may be in Paducah a while. I didn't know the exact roadmap of any of the journeys I started. I didn't know I would make a career of the Air Force when I enlisted. I just needed a job, and the Air Force sounded exciting. I didn't know I would be employed building multi-million-dollar jets, or that the economy would crash and I would lose that job. I didn't know I would have the opportunity to speak at my graduation ceremony or be offered a fantastic job because of college. I just wanted to learn more about computers. Each of these journeys had highs and lows, bumps and turns, even a few crashes. I've always believed that I've always believed that anything I agreed to do, I should do to the best of my ability. That belief and a lot of hard work have garnered a lot of recognition from friends, coworkers, bosses, and teachers. Even when life's journeys would reach an end, I knew if I worked hard and was open to new things, another opportunity would come along. The education bug recently bit my wife and kids, and now instead of me being the only one in school, I'm the only one not in school. My wife just started here at West Kentucky Community and Technical College, studying business with a focus on finance. Becky is studying graphic arts in Lexington at Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Richard is pursuing a computer science degree at the University of Alaska in Fairbanks. I may not be a full-time college student anymore, but I know I'll never stop learning. When I first joined the Air Force and completed technical training, I thought that first class was the only one I needed to be able to repair military aircraft. I quickly learned that it was just the first of many classes I would attend. Each time I was promoted or demonstrated an ability to learn new skills, I would be sent to more classes. Each new journey brought more classes. Hawker Beechcraft sent me to a school to learn about the high-tech materials used to build their aircraft. The management at Genesis has already talked about sending me to additional classes after graduation. I'm thankful that graduation won't be the end of my education. Graduation is my opportunity to use what I've learned while searching for more education that can lead to better pay and enrich my life. I didn't know where this current journey would lead when I started school, but I sure am glad I had the courage to begin and can't wait to see where it goes. Thank you.
The City of Paducah has been a strong partner with the college over the years, so it is my honor to introduce our mayor. Mayor Kaler was elected in November 2012 after having previously served 3 terms as city commissioner beginning in 2007. For 43 years, Mayor Kaler has owned Chantilly's, located at 540 North 32nd Street. She has worked in Paducah, and she understands what business needs and has worked as a tireless supporter of small business and entrepreneurism, the direction that Kevin Quinn is going in with Genesis. Mayor Kaler was and is an advocate of the Paducah School of Art and Design and is a supporter of our community scholarship program. Mayor Kaler has made economic development a priority and a priority for downtown revitalization. Mayor Kaler, our partnership continues, and we welcome you tonight.
Thank you for the honor of addressing the West Kentucky Community and Technical College graduating class of 2013. I'm honored to be here with Dr. Barbara Veazey, members of the board, platform guests, faculty, and staff, and all the parents, friends, and students at WKCTC. I know that you are excited about your future. You have worked hard to be here tonight. The world awaits you, your ideas, and your passion. An education prepares you for the future, but you alone will be able to create that future. Never believe that it has all been said, that it has all been done. There are new ideas waiting to spring forth like a waterfall from a magnificent mountain. Your hard work is not a guarantee of success. It's a tool that you will use to create success. I want to tell you the story of someone that you may know. She lives here in Western Kentucky. She is passionate about her career. She's making a difference in her life, but it has not always been easy. She has used hard work, dedication, willpower, and passion to create her success. Here's her story. In 1963, a young couple had 2 boys, age 1 and 2. They wanted a girl, so they decided to try again. And they were thrilled when they had a beautiful baby girl born to them in March of 1964. She had a pleasant temperament and began walking when she was only 1 year old. But at 18 months, the baby quit walking. Her temperament changed. She became fussy and she cried more. The young couple took the little girl to the doctor because one of her knees and a ring finger on her right hand were swollen and red. After numerous tests, the diagnosis was confirmed as painful and debilitating juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. The doctors prepared the couple for the difficulties they were to face. Juvenile rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease that attacks the joints and causes the lining of the joints to deteriorate, and they become permanently stiff and deformed. There was no cure and very little treatment. The doctors prescribed physical therapy and massive doses of aspirin and steroids. The disease rapidly progressed and attacked every joint of her body. Nevertheless, the little girl started first grade in public school in 1970 and graduated from high school in 1982. But she often felt isolated by the fact that she had to leave school for physical therapy and doctor's appointments and to have corrective surgery. Despite all attempts to treat the disease and correct the joint damage, her little hands were frozen in a fist-like position, and every movement was hard. She was afraid also that she would be completely unaccepted by her peers. But when she crossed the stage for her high school graduation, she received a standing ovation from all 380 classmates. She attended Murray State University, majored in political science and a minor in legal studies, joined Alpha Sigma Alpha sorority, and received numerous academic achievement awards, including the Dean's List, Most Outstanding Student in Pre-Law. She took a year off to have both her hips replaced and graduated cum laude in 1987. She was accepted to Chase College of Law and graduated number 13 out of her class of 65 students in 1990. She passed the bar on her first attempt and began working for a small law firm in Murray, Kentucky. The firm did not provide group health insurance, and she was unable to buy health insurance because of pre-existing conditions. In 1993, her colon ruptured unexpectedly, required emergency surgery. She quit her job and had to move in with her mother while she recovered. After 2 surgeries, the colon problem was corrected, and the doctors informed her that she needed heart surgery to correct a mitral valve problem. She underwent heart surgery that same year, and the following year she began working at the Kentucky Legal Aid, and at long last she was covered by health insurance. Her story continued in 1997. She was crossing a street in Benton, Kentucky at night, and a van hit her, and it crushed her ankle, required 3 surgeries to repair that. And in 1998, the attempted heart valve replacement failed. She underwent a second open heart surgery at UCLA Medical Center, and the surgery was successful. She continues to work for Kentucky Legal Aid, where she represents low-income individuals in civil cases such as divorce, child custody, bankruptcy, and housing. Her work is one of her life's passions. In 1998, she bought a house. She told her mother that all she needed to complete the picture was a king-size bed and a man to go in it. In 2001, she found that man, or at least they found each other, and they married in 2002. From time to time, she has health challenges, but her husband is loving her every step of the way, holding her hand, and life is good and God is great, is what she tells me. I want you to remember her story, not because of the physical struggles that she's had to and continues to endure, but because of her strength and her passion. I want her story to fuel your passion and your dedication to your family, to your career, and to your community. You already have given yourself an education at one of the top community colleges in the nation. You should be proud of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. The Aspen Institute thinks it's pretty special, and so do I. Your education will prepare you for future endeavors. It's a guarantee that your life may take turns that are unexpected, but it's a matter of turning challenges into opportunities. Be ready, be bold, and remember that you alone, are the most important asset to our community. And good luck with your lives.
Thank you, Mayor Kaler, for your moving words. And before we confer the degrees, I would like to ask our faculty to stand, please. It is because of their knowledge and their commitment to student success that we are here tonight. They share with each graduate their excitement of completion as well as the joy of achievement. So please join me in thanking them for their time with each of you as you have at this moment in time reached your goal, and certainly will be going on in the future. Now at this time, I would like the graduates to please rise. Dr. Veazey, I present the candidates for graduation, and I certify on behalf of the faculty that they have successfully completed all of the requirements for their respective credentials. Ladies and gentlemen, as the names of the graduates are read, those graduating with honors are noted in the program. Those wearing the gold honor stoles are members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Those wearing the blue honor cords reflect student achievement at or above the 75th percentile on the Educational Testing Service Proficiency Profile, which indicates proficiency in general education competencies. Those wearing red, white, and blue honor cords are graduating veterans. Would everyone else please sit down for a minute, and I'd like to have our veterans stay standing. And if there are any veterans in the audience, would you please stand? Please join me in thanking them. Thank you. Now the first row of graduates may proceed to the stage. There will be a professional photographer taking pictures as the students receive their credentials. Please refrain from coming to the stage to take photographs. These individuals will be receiving an Associate in Science. Brooke Alexis Davis. Brooke is a student in the Commonwealth Middle College. Shelby Ann Douchet. She's also a student in our Commonwealth Middle College. Maury Lee Greer. She's also a student with our Commonwealth Middle College. I believe we have 9 graduates tonight from the Commonwealth Middle College. Danielle Ann Crouch. Mackenzie Chandler Jones. Jonathan Edward Goatley. Lucas Trent Campbell. Taylor Nicole Myrick. These students are receiving an Associate in Science. Bethany Taylor Underhill. Kyle Elliott Dykus. Ashley S. Abbott. Christian Thomas Flannery. April Leanne Egner. Carolyn Jean Lamb. Matthew Dylan Green. Jamie Farron Bell. Amber Nicole Griggs. Whitley A. Flowers. Virginia Lolanda Faruja. Debbie Lynn Carter. Caitlin Nicole Aitken. Michael Allen Melton. Jody Miller. Asim Zia Hussein. Crystal N. Melton. Brooke D. Sullivan. Joshua Seth Stowe. Daryl Wayne Philbeck. Lauren Austin Doss. The following graduates will be receiving an Associate in Applied Science. Sharon R. Russell. Adelia Lecco. Amanda Hare. Danielle Marie Dukes. Devin Page Dennis. Kayla A. Myers. Nancy Ann Johnson. Jonathan Dwayne Whipple. Brittany Nicole Gallimore. Laura Elizabeth Stovall. Samantha Bellamy. Mandy Nicole Russell. Holly A. Dew. Wilma Marie Robinson. Robert Newman Campbell. Tanesha LaShawn Cannon. Erica Marie Bird. Amanda Leah Helton. Sally Michelle Irvin. Elizabeth A. Collins. Aaron Mills Barden. Trenton Michael Miller. Haley Gabrielle Kennedy. Shay Lynn Wheeler. Victoria Lee Jackson. Mindy Ray Woodford. Tracy E. Williams. Deanna Joe Lewis. Christy Lee Stokes. Gina Sue Weddle. Tabitha A. Neal. Courtney Michelle Wyatt. Cynthia Lynn McLean. Julia M. Nelson. Marie Ann Patton. Kristen Sparrow. Jessica Ray Baker. Lisa Dale Roughton. Misty Dawn McDowell. Anna Carol Hilliard. Tiana Raquel Morris. Keisha Ann Cook. Ashley Nicole Donaldson. Melissa Renee Williams. Jeremy Brent Fowler. Andrew J. Willett. Gabriela Lisbeth Hurtado Macias. Tessa K. Taylor. The following graduates will be receiving diplomas: Lauren Lee Roberts, Haley R. Grooms, Jessica Jane Royalty, Amber Nicole Kennedy, Jenny Elizabeth Settles, Jasmine Diane Ellis, Courtney June Burge, Jamie Lynn Adams, Abby E. Ferris, Charissa Jahara King, The following graduates will be receiving certificates: Chastity Lee Luna, Christopher Ray Luna, Caron LeJanae McClure, Taylor Brianna Richard, Caitlin Danielle Johnson, Jasmine Marie Phillips, Lindsay Nicole Jackson, Petra M. Brown, Quentin Lamar Sneed, Tony Renee McCarran, Ashley Nicole Tidwell, Alyssa Lee Snowart, Janice R. Metcalf, Victoria Edwards, Brandy Lee Ditchfield, Jessica K. Gordon, Stacy Michelle Burton, Randy Elizabeth Green, Janaea S. Holman, Briante Mystique Wilkins, Shatoya M. Williams, Kayla Monique Jones, Jenna Rayanne Powell. Jerlene A. Burks. Billy A. Bells. Lily Kaler. Catherine Renee Hayes. Whitney Lee Britton. Adonis Yvonne Sains. Marynell Regina Mays. Joanne Cooper. Julie Elizabeth Murray. Melissa Newman. Jerry Wiley Atkins. Sheila Ann Hughes Rouse. Yvette Lois Mallory. Joanna Sloan. Brenda Medina. Sydney Marie Wiggins. And Cindy is graduating from Ballard County High School this year. Allison Page Bone. Allison's also from Ballard County High School. Megan Michelle Mays is from Ballard County High School. Anna Marie Brooks is also from Ballard County High School. Victoria Elaine Bodie. Victoria's from Ballard County. Abigail Shea Hobbs. Abigail's from Ballard County. Caitlin Nicole Bell. Caitlin's from Ballard County, as is Michael Todd Nutt. And Victoria Lynn McCain. And Jessica Renee Tipton. And Brittany Jane Lydecker. As well as B.B. Carter. And also Cheyenne Tyler Glagola. Now, will the graduates please rise? Madam President, I present the graduating class of 2013.
Don't move those tassels yet. By virtue of the power vested in me by the Kentucky Community and Technical College System and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I hereby pronounce you graduates of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. You may now move your tassel to the left side. Congratulations, congratulations. Okay. Yeah. All right. Again, congratulations, and you may now be seated. Have a few more closing remarks. I have struggled with my bifocals tonight on this stage for the very first time, and so now we're going to have to listen to me try to put this together. Thank you, Roy and Kevin, for sharing your stories. To me, West Kentucky represents the face of America, and you each have a story, and many times there is adversity. You came to our college, and you saw it as a place of hope and encouragement, a place of new ideas and skills, and a place to develop your dream. Thank you too, Mayor Kaler, for your inspiring remarks to our graduates. Students, your credential tonight means you have achieved a personal mark of excellence, and it means a mark of achievement also for your family and friends who are with you tonight. So my congratulations to all of you who have helped our students along the way. We also hope that as you continue and in your professional life, you will consider the community college's role and share with others your success. I also congratulate the graduates of the Commonwealth Middle College tonight. The Middle College is the first in Kentucky. High school students take their junior and senior year on the college campus, and they are enrolled in our college courses at the same time. It took hard work and, of course, ability to walk across this stage tonight, so I commend them, congratulate them. Our faculty have also played a huge role in your success tonight. I would like to ask that Paula Arman, Barry Craig, Larry Crane, and Ruth Thompson stand and be recognized. They are retiring this year, and they have given this college years of service. Without their leadership, we would not be the premier college that we are. So I thank them, I congratulate them, and so please join me in wishing them the very best. Graduates, we wish you great success tonight, and very simply, we are proud of you. We hope that you carry your feelings, your aspirations, and all these words of encouragement expressed tonight with you to make the world a better place. We will have a reception in the River and Ingram rooms upstairs. Please take this opportunity to congratulate our graduates and join them upstairs. At this time, please stand as James Bennett leads us in the singing of My Old Kentucky Home. And please remain standing as the recessional leaves the auditorium.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the people are gay. The corn tops ripe, and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times comes a knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away.